Mount Healthy 20, Oak Hills 10, just before the start of the third quarter. Let's go down on the field with Jim LeClaire with Coach Ed Jackson.
Coach, it was kind of a close first half here, except for the big kickoff return. I'd say you played pretty well, even ball, except that you did control the ball in the first quarter a little bit on you. What are you going to have to do to come out and get this back in this ball game?
Well, Jim, the first thing we got to do, we work on our kicking game 35 minutes a day, and it's kind of frustrating when that happens. But, we got the kickoff this half. I think the first thing we got to do is get control of the game and score and put some pressure back on them and hopefully contain Mr. Gaither.
He's been a big influence in this game so far, but you've got a pretty good fellow at quarterback there that really handled the ball club well. I thought in the last 2 minutes and a half, he brought him right down the field and just about got you in. I tell you, I have to give him a lot of credit for having so much poise under so much pressure.
Kevin's a good kid. He's been a starter for 3 years, and he's got a lot of poise, and he handles himself real well under pressure. He's an all-around athlete and an A student, so he's used to handling pressure in the classroom and on the field.
Okay, Coach. Good luck to you the second half.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ed Jackson, head football coach of Oak Hills High School, talking with Jim LeClaire. And Jeff, Ed has to feel at least pretty good coming out of the halftime, because the stats will show that they had possession time, and the poise, the drive by Oak Hills with the field goal right near the end of the first half had to really pump them up.
That's the thing that they had to really worry about, was keeping control of the game. And one of the things that Jim mentioned down the sideline was the fact that if it wasn't for the fact of Gaither's big run back, that 95-yard run back, they would be only 3 points down in this game.
Jackson has to feel pleased about his passing game. You'll note here that this is a key factor for him. 119 yards. Dooley's put it up 13 times, has completed 7. And as we noted in the pregame portion, he likes to go about 60% of his offense to the aerial game. So as you see the stats here, kickoff for the third quarter just moments away. Birchie and Robertson deep for Oak Hills. Kicking off once again for Mount Healthy. Hochscheid reels the ball short. So Oak Hills going to the locker room with the possession. Will now put it into play, first down and 10 at the 33-yard line. Kent Cheeseman is the young man who made the run back that time for Oak Hills. And now Kevin Dooley at the controls once again.
Now see if Dooley can pick up where he left off in the first half.
Super effort near the end of the half, Jeff. Dooley goes to Joe Robertson. Robertson wanted the corner, couldn't quite get the turn as the Owls bled it to the far sideline and stacked it up at about the 35-yard line. Pickup of maybe 3 or 4 on the play.
Robertson's not a very big back for a tailback. He's 5'9", 170. But last year, he was 11th in the city in scoring.
Second down, ball spotted right on the 30-yard line. Hogan Robertson, your backs in an eye behind Dooley. Chuck Hogue broke the line of scrimmage, and we have a foot race.
Bye-bye.
Hogue got it, and coming up from behind for Mount Healthy was Jim Mitchell. It looked like Jim might finally get to him, but he wasn't able to. Hogue, as he broke the daylight and put the touchdown on the board, and Jeff, this is exactly what Jackson wanted.
This is the big play that they needed to get back into this game, and they've got it from Clark Hogue, the 5'11", 180-pound fullback. He's also a senior.
So Joe Neiman now, who hit the point after touchdown on the first 6-pointer by Oak Hills, will try once again. And it's good. So Neiman puts his second point after touchdown through the uprights, and add to that to the field goal that he got just before halftime.
I believe we have a penalty on the play, Bill. Just a second. We're going to have to see what happens here, whether we're going to have the point after touchdown count or not.
It is against Oak Hills.
I believe we're going to see it over.
So referee Lynn Holthouse signaling the penalty against Oak Hills. So the scoreboard now incorrect, and let's check it out now. Let's see if Oak Hills will again go for the 1-point conversion or the 2-point conversion.
I believe Jim LeClaire has a comment down in the field. Jim, can you enlighten us? We'll get back to Jim in a moment.
So Joe Neiman now will try the point after touchdown. The spot now will be back at about the 13-yard line. Neiman, no good. So Joe Neiman misses the second time around. Let's go down to Jim LeClaire.
Down here on the sidelines, I think Oak Hills showed a little bit of speed of their own there. The head coach at the halftime, as we were discussing before we got on air, he felt that he had to get back in this game by scoring right off the bat, and that's just what they did. The young fella made a nice run. He broke a couple of tackles, broke into to the sideline and up the sidelines, and showed me some pretty good speed there. Back up to you, Bill.
We've got the touchdown run for you on replay. See the man come right under the middle, breaks through the block. A couple arm tackles there, just sort of shied off. And he says, hey, I'm going to score a touchdown. Puts on the speed, little afterburner kick. 6-point city for Clark Hogue.
So Neiman now, who missed that last point after touchdown to make the score 20-16, Mount Healthy, will kick to the Owls. A squibber is taken by Darren Jones. Jones slanting to the 20, to the 25, to the 30 before he's racked up. So a nice run back as Darren Jones cut across the green. And Mount Healthy now will try to regain the momentum that they had pretty much throughout the first and second quarters.
Darren Jones taking advantage of an excellent second effort. Also, some real good job on the special teams from the Owls.
First and 10, the ball at the 38-yard line.
Here's the Oak Hill scoring drive. 2 plays for 65 yards. Only took a minute and 3 for Chuck Hogue to go over.
Now they bring Darren Jones to wing right. Go Ingram! Pat Johnson to Brian Ingram. And Ingram is close to a first down and also close to the midfield stripe.
Interesting thing on that play for Ingram, he kept his weight balanced. You can see him moving through the line, and he didn't duck down to try to move a blocker out of the way. He kept right up and kept those legs turning, and that's why he got so much yards.
Give him 10 yards in the stat sheet and the first down. Power eye right now. They shift Kane to the tight end.
Let's go!
I think we're going to get a movement call here.
That ball foul. You
So we have movement in the backfield. Now the play went ahead, so the official on the flag, Mount Healthy went ahead and ran the play. The young man who moved was Brian Ingram, and the recovery by Oak Hills, and Oak Hills now has possession once again.
We've got another look at it. Now you can see, well, you can't see the movement in the backfield, but the flag has been thrown already. You see the fumble there, and unfortunately, the penalty went against them, so they couldn't bring the ball back.
That's the third turnover now by Mount Healthy, the first fumble. And Oak Hills with the momentum now, Dooley.
Big pass.
Dooley going long, the defender on the play, Arnold Elliott. And he was going deep that time for James Brown.
Boy, Bills, Dooley's got some arm. Last year he was 26 for 70 attempts, picked up 386 yards and 2 touchdowns. On that last play was a real good block by Robertson, but unfortunately he just threw the ball too long.
Rimbold in the slot to the top of your screen with a wide out. Hogue is your up back. Chuck Hogue, the young man who just put the touchdown on the board over the midfield stripe into Owl territory down to the 45-yard line. Pickup of about 7.
A lot of good contact down there on the line. Both the offensive and defensive lines are having a real battle tonight. Of course, you find that your lines come out much more charged up after the halftime.
8 minutes and 55 seconds and counting third quarter. Mount Healthy holding on to a 20-16 lead. Oak Hills with the momentum in control. Tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Hogue, by the way, is closing in on the century mark at 91 yards on 5 carries.
Defensive line getting real good penetration on that play, and that's what really made the difference there. They had it so blocked up that there was no way that he could run around it.
Oak Hills, in all probability, yes. Back to punt, Scott Matlin. Matlin averaging about 40 yards a boot coming into the ball game. In the top 10 of the Metro punters. Ball bounds and kicks back, and Oak Hills bounce will be born dead at the 5-yard line. So all of the breaks now going to Oak Hills, and that's the way it should be, as momentum in the hands of the Highlanders, and now Mount Healthy with their back to the wall with 8 minutes and 1 second on the clock.
Ken Hoshine watched that ball go over his head. There really wasn't much he could do about it. He couldn't fade back quickly enough to field it and possibly get a return. And that's just one of the breaks of the game.
Pat Johnson with the ball at the Mount Healthy 4. First down and 10. Johnson trying to get a little breathing room over the 5 to the 6 to the 7-yard line. Give him about 2 or 3. Darren Jones coming out of the lineup for Mount Healthy along with McKinney. Johnson now sends Kane to set up on the wing and then puts Kane back into motion to the top of your screen. Brian Ingram carrying a tackler with him up to the 15 to the 16-yard line. Rimbold finally hauled him down, but not before he'd picked up about 9 yards and a first down.
We've got Jim LeClaire on the sidelines. Jim, what's going on down there?
Well, it's interesting to me to watch how these things are developing down here. You know, when you get a team backed up like Mount Healthy was, it really restricts what you can do on offense. So you can more or less just hand the ball off, and it really takes away from a lot of your offensive schemes. But it looks like they've gotten themselves out of the hole now and have a little bit of breathing room now.
Mount Healthy, first and 10 at the 16. McKinney sets up now a wing to the near side. William Gaither getting a gaping hole off the left side, pops it up to the 25-yard line.
The combination of Gaither and Ingram are doing the job for the Owls this evening. You've got Gaither at 6'1", 210, and you've got Ingram at 6'1", 205. Those are a couple of horses that are going to carry the ball for you.
Rimbold and Miller collaborating on the tackle. 9-yard pickup on the play. Second and a long 1. King resets. Johnson faking to Gaither in the line, has to run for his life and does it so well. So Pat Johnson, the young man coming into the ball game having scored 29 points himself, knows how to lug the leather. And Scott Matlin is the young man who made the tackle on him.
The defense was looking for Gaither. They were looking for Ingram. And then suddenly, right around the corner goes the quarterback. As you can see here, he takes a fake to the middle of the line, comes around the side, and then goes for his life with all those white shirts chasing him, and he makes a real nice game.
15 yards on that scramble for Johnson. Gaither gets the nod once again as he kicks up turf up to about the 45-yard line. We'll spot it at the 44. 4-yard pickup that time for William Gaither. Kane and Deering checking in the lineup for Coach Bill Fridman. Mount Healthy 20, Oak Hill 16, and the key Hamilton County American. William Gaither, by the way, has just now gone over 500 yards on the season. Randy Danbury, along with Shane Meredith, our statisticians, doing their usually super job. Johnson towards another man, Kane. It's completed at the 44-yard line, and Kane takes it down to the 39 on a nice bit of passing by Pat Johnson.
Just a great catch from Lawrence Kane. He's 5'9", 170 pounds, and he used all of it. He got up there in the air, managed to get that ball and brought it back down, made a nice gain on it. Not bad job for a junior. You can see here, we've got Johnson going back. He'll find the man out, makes a quick pass under heavy pressure, and it's a first down.
McKinney now sets up as a tight end at the top of your screen. Johnson losing the handle and recovering, and diving in, almost getting his hands on the leather, was big number 66, Jamie Yeagle. That's the second sack now for Oak Hills in the ball game on Pat Johnson.
And Johnson's feeling it a little bit. He's getting up a little bit slower, getting back to the huddle.
Oak Hills keeping the pressure on, although Mount Healthy wanting so very much to put points on the board to give him a little breathing room. Johnson now resets, putting Kane on the tight end and sending During in motion to the lower part of your screen. William Gaither, the hole, and finally bulldog down at about the 23-yard line.
Gaither's such a strong runner, Bill. You saw him spin through the line twice and makes a great gain. He's been doing that all evening long.
Scott Pfaff, one of Ed Jackson's super defensive backs, had to literally bulldog him down.
We can take another look at Gaither's run. You see him get the ball, second man through. Nobody touches him at the line of scrimmage, but then right here in the secondary, he shakes off an arm tackle and then takes off another one, and finally he drifts down and gets his feet up.
First and 10. Gaither once again with happy feet gets inside the 20 down to about the 19. A little tiptoe that time by William Gaither. Three minutes and 35 seconds and counting before the end of the third stanza. Mount Healthy on a roll. Their margin now 4, 20-16 over Oak Hills, and Oak Hills digging in with that 50 defense. Tailback pitch, Gaither. Gaither is hit at the line of scrimmage and bulls his way forward down to about the 15 before he's finally stopped.
The Highlanders strung out their defense really well on that particular line. They knew they had a lot of room at the top of the field. They just brought their linebackers in, moved their defensive end all along the line, and they contained Gaither on that one.
Third down and 3, a very important third down conversion. Gaither now passing over the century mark, 103 yards for William Gaither on 14 lugs. Jones, the man in motion to give to Gaither. Gaither once again spins back inside and gets down to about the 11-yard line, and the officials will call timeout.
Going to have to see whether he got the first down there. He's awfully close.
Scott Stroshin made the tackle, Jeff, pardon me.
I was going to say that Gaither's momentum was stopped at the line of scrimmage when he had to step over one of his own people, and that might have made the difference.
So a pickup of 4 for Gaither, down to the 11 now. Pat Johnson orchestrating this drive for Bill Fridman's Owls of Mount Healthy. Deering in motion to the low part of your screen. Give to Gaither once again. And Gaither breaks the 10-yard line, gets down inside to about the 8.
They're going strength against strength with Gaither against that big line.
Mark Turpin came up, shoulder pads to shoulder pads on him. Lawrence Kane checking out of the lineup as Bill Fridman continues to shuttle plays in. Lawrence Kane and Curtis McKinney doing a lot of the play shuttling for Bill Fridman. McKinney now shifts. Johnson into the end zone, yes. Curtis McKinney, who made the shift up to tight end, went in the end zone for the touchdown on some nice movement that time by Mount Healthy.
Johnson flooded his end zone with receivers. He had 3 options there, and he managed to find the tallest one and get the 6 points.
Curtis McKinney had scored only 2 points prior to this ball game. That was a 2-point run conversion after a touchdown. Let's look at it again.
Now it's a play action. He pulled the linebackers in the left middle went out, and then you can see him pick the man right by the goalpost. There it is. It's just that easy.
Mount Healthy going for a 2-point conversion, and now they want a timeout. So evidently something there that wasn't right. It looked like Lawrence Keene was the young man who called the timeout. Darren Jones now coming in from the Mount Healthy bench, evidently with a play. 26-16. Mount Healthy now enjoying a little bit more breathing room, Jeff.
That's what they needed, because Oak Hills has such a chance for the big play. At any time they can break this ball game wide open, and Mount Healthy has got to keep on him at all times.
I'd like to remind you that you can see this replay once again tomorrow, Saturday, at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., and again on Sunday at 2 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Well, getting back to the fact that Mount Healthy has got to maintain their lead in this game. Oak Hills has got such an explosive pass offense.
Darren Jones now wide right. Pat Johnson at the controls. Now once again they shift Jones and put him in motion to the low part of your screen. Some nice faking into the end zone, and no good.
Just ran out of room over there in the corner, Bill. That's what happened. He had the bootleg coming out nicely. There wasn't a whole lot of pressure, but he just couldn't find the man soon enough in the end zone.
So Pat Johnson trying for the 2-point conversion. A little dipsy-do. Johnson on a bootleg, as you'll note.
He plays off 2 fakes. This is the touchdown here. And there it is.
Mount Healthy, as you noted on your screen, 26-16. They enjoy that 10-point bulge as we close in on the end of the third quarter. Actually, 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Give me a bag of popcorn.
We got the scoring drive for you for the Owls. It took them 13 plays. They marched 95 yards and ate 6 minutes and 30 seconds off that clock.
Ken Hochscheid will kick for Mount Healthy from right to left, north to south. Birchie and Robertson deep. Robertson tries to field it, finally picks it up. And Oak Hills now, having lost the momentum, will go back to the task at hand.
I think Robertson had a problem there trying to run with the ball before he had it. And it just came right off his fingertips as he went upfield.
Oak Hills first down and 10 at the Highlander 24. Dooley, the man in the driver's seat for the Highlanders. Power eye to the far side. Now they shift and put Joe Robertson back at a tailback. Robertson gets the nod. He's racked up at the 25, falls forward for maybe 1 up to about the 26. The pickup of 2 before Flick got him.
Big hit there from Ed Flick. 5'10", 153-pound junior.
Defensive coordinator down below us in front of the Mount Healthy bench, signaling the defensive set in for the Owls. Limbold in motion. Dooley. Dooley is sacked back to the 21-yard line.
And that's one of the defensive adjustments that the Owls made probably during halftime, was how to get to the quarterback a little bit better, and they got Dooley that time.
Hinterlaw came back to say hello to Mr. Dooley. And first sack Dooley has suffered. Clock running, 4, 3, 2 seconds. We may not get it away. We don't. So we're at the end of the third stop in the ball game. Mount Healthy 26, Oak Hill 16. Back in just a moment.